So today we are tackling a really massive point of everyday confusion. Like, by the end of our time together here, we're going to permanently clarify the boundary between two concepts that honestly just get constantly mixed up in our daily lives.
Section 1. The global warming paradox. Okay, so picture this. You read the news, you hear the constant discussions about global warming, right? But then you look outside your window and there is a freezing snowstorm staring right back at you. And you might think to yourself, wait a second. If things are supposed to be warming, why on earth is it so incredibly cold? I mean, it feels like a complete contradiction, doesn't it? Well, the answer to this paradox lies entirely in understanding the strict boundary between weather and climate.
Section 2. Weather, the short game. To figure out this whole paradox, we really have to look at the short game. Weather is what's happening to the atmosphere over a very brief period of time. Just look outside right now. I mean, is it sunny? Is it windy, cloudy? Is it about to rain? You know, weather is an event happening minute to minute, day to day, or season to season. It's absolutely immediate. Honestly, it can shift before you even have time to grab your coat.
Now, because the atmosphere changes so incredibly fast, we actually need experts dedicated solely to tracking it. And that brings us to the meteorologist. This is a scientist who specifically studies these short-term weather patterns. Basically, they analyze immediate atmospheric data to tell us exactly what's going to happen this afternoon or maybe tomorrow morning.
But, predicting the weather isn't just about knowing whether you need to pack an umbrella for your commute. No way. It is absolutely crucial for vital preparation when it comes to destructive events. Meteorologists are the ones who give us the urgent warnings we desperately need for immediate life-threatening anomalies. We're talking tornadoes, hurricanes, the really scary stuff. They are playing the short game to keep us safe right here, right now.
Section 3. Climate, the long game.
All right, now let's slow down a bit and zoom out. When we look at the big picture, the magic number becomes 30. 30 years. See, climate is defined by what's happening to the atmosphere in a specific place for 3 decades or more. It is completely 100% decoupled from what's happening today or next week. It actually requires continuous, long-term observation to nail down a stable, long-term average.
So when you actually track weather patterns over that long 30-year stretch, that's how you establish climate expectations. It's because of this really long-term tracking that we know certain areas will reliably get a specific amount of summer rainfall. It's how we know with total confidence which places are usually hot and which ones are usually cold. By tracking these measurements over decades, we basically strip away all the random chaos of daily weather and find the true atmospheric baseline.
And listen, just as the short game requires a specific expert, well, so does the long game. Enter the climatologist. A climatologist is a scientist who studies climate. Instead of obsessing over tomorrow's radar like a meteorologist might, they zoom way out. They track, measure, and analyze these multi-decade averages.
This long-term mission of theirs is honestly critical. Climatologists have 2 main goals. First, they need to figure out exactly why weather patterns are changing over these long stretches of time. And second, they're trying to find ways to stop or at least slow down the activities driving global warming. They are impartially evaluating these massive, sweeping shifts so the rest of us can understand the broader trajectory of our entire planet.
Section 4. Expectation versus reality.
Okay, here it is. This is the absolute ultimate rule of thumb to permanently anchor this whole distinction in your mind. Ready? Weather is what you get. It's that sudden thunderstorm popping up on a hot summer day. But climate is what you expect. It's expecting a ton of snow in the winter simply because 30 years of hard data tells you it's going to happen, for sure. So let's go back to our paradox at the beginning. A single freezing cold day is just the weather you happen to be getting at that exact moment. It literally does nothing to erase the multi-decade climate trend of what you expect.
So I'll leave you with this. How does knowing the true difference between weather and climate change the way you watch the evening news or read the headlines? Seriously, think about it. Because the next time someone points to a localized random snowstorm as so-called proof that global warming isn't happening, well, you now have the exact framework to see right past that daily chaos and actually understand the much bigger picture. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this explainer today, and hey, keep asking those great questions.